Hello there. Welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother. Hope you're all very well. It's day 26. The housemates have now been isolated for 633 hours. On yesterday's Big Brother's Little Brother, it was quite possibly the mad. Penny and Stuart came face to face for the first time since I left the Big Brother house. It was a great televisual moment for me personally, and it's one I look back on with great pride. OK, this is the moment they met. Hello, Penny.
Hello, how are you?
Over the camera there.
Good to see you again.
You too.
Bless.
Hi,
Hello,
how are you?
Jess.
All right, nice to see you.
Okay.
No kiss then.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So that was fun. We're joined by Stuart. Penny, unfortunately, is at the moment in the trunk of a car on the New Jersey Turnpike, and Big Brother fan aficionado from the Sun, Dominic Moen. Guys, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for coming on. That was some mad day yesterday.
It was, yeah, very bizarre.
Your point of view, tell us about that.
I stood up to give her a kiss. You know, for me, it was all over. I said yesterday, you know, the Big Brother experience is an experience. It's not real. You step out of it, you're now in the real world. I went, okay, thanks very much. You know, sorry. Went to give her a kiss, and it was like Ice Maiden. Now what do I do? And I looked at you, and it was like, okay, we're not going to get a reaction here. Better just sit back down and listen.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've had a few emails saying that, you know, I gave her a bit of a hard time, but, you know, you, to be fair, were being conciliatory, and I have to say that. Did you expect the meeting to turn out the way it went at all? No, not at all. I mean, I expected it to be, you know, luckily, as I said, on air, I've learnt about how to deal with myself. I basically have got myself into a position where I know how to handle it. Yeah. And I bit my tongue. I just sat there and thought, okay, well, here it comes. If you actually look back at it, I didn't say very much. I just listened, and you know, I was embarrassed. I must admit, I was a bit embarrassed. What did the wife say when you got home?
She went, "I'm going to get that Penny." Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And after the show, I know, you know, I was hanging around for a little while, but was there any contact between the two of you at all, or did you just totally go your separate ways?
We hung around the studio, and it was still tense, and it was like, okay, it's finished filming, no one's recording, you know, cameras are gone, mics gone, and I tried again, and I thought, no, this is not going to, not going to happen. So. You know, she needs to leave the Big Brother experience behind her. Maybe she should get some help to do that.
Whoa, okay. Dom, what was your take on the situation?
Well, we knew she was bonkers anyway, didn't we? So I think it accentuated that. I think that there's a definite chemistry there. I think in a few years you could be you could be there. You could be there.
You're going to be quite fruity today, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. No,
okay, the other big news, the guys are with us all throughout the day. We're talking about these points and more. But yesterday at 4:20, the third round of nominations took place. The housemates have now been told, so we can tell you officially, with some very tense drum-laden music, thank you, that the housemates up for eviction are in alphabetical order. Wait for that. Narinder and Paul. Ooh. Now, Narinder, for me, not so much of a shock. Paul, a definite shock. You can find out who nominated who and why on Big Brother on tonight's show on Channel 4. Paul looked very shocked and upset. Narinder said that she knew about it. And well, did she know about it? Take a look at this.
Brian, I just had this premonition I'm going to be walking through my front door sometime next week. I didn't even get the feeling.
Seriously?
Yeah, I just had this feeling I'm going to be walking through my front door on Wednesday or Thursday next week. I can smell my house, you know when you can smell it.
I don't really know what my house smells like, I have to say. Narinder then, the Nostradamus of Big Brother. Stuart, you know the housemates better than anyone.
Sure.
Are you surprised by their nominations?
Narinder, get out.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Are you surprised the fact she's been nominated, really, though?
No. Not at all. No, because, you know, there's all that little stuff going on with the Brian and her clique, and that you can see the housemates and Bubbles going, oh, it's not cool, and, you know, and Dean already had a problem because she said, I don't like your guitar playing anyway, Dean, so that was it. Yeah, I knew she was on the way. OK, now, as soon as the housemates know, we can tell you who nominated who. But Paul faced eviction last week, and again this week. Do you think, I mean, he must be gutted? Not gutted because, you know, the confidence he must have is like, you know, he doesn't know the percentages, but you know, he must know that the public like him, or that must, you know, his knowledge of that. Say, well, I outlasted Stuart, so that must give him a little bit of inner confidence, and you know, he must be thinking, well, I'm up against Narinder. Let's see how it goes.
I think the thing about Paul is he's so inoffensive that, you know, I'm sure he could be on that shortlist for weeks to come, and he still probably won't get voted out.
He maybe doesn't create a reaction in the other housemates, but I think unfortunately it probably will be Narinder. Although I do think that she probably is better to watch on television. I think Paul's just a little bit dull.
Narinder adds a bit of spice. Do you think, in relation to saying the same with last year, in that a lot of the characters get, you know, booted out within the first, say, 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I've compared a lot with the people from last year. I mean, the first eviction was Sada, and it's been Penny this Penny this time, and I think that Narinda maybe fits the mould of Caroline. You know, a bit more feisty woman, and I think that she'll match that, and she'll go out this week.
And what about down at the paper? What's the opinion there about, you know, who'll get nominated?
I think we predicted pretty much Narinda and Paul, and I think the general feeling is it will be Narinda, but we're going to back one of the candidates in the House tomorrow in the paper. We're going to back them for victory, so look out for that.
You back them then for the rest of the
until
run,
they get kicked out, then we'll choose someone else.
2 weeks later. No,
yeah,
still should have been in there. OK, now, on Sunday, best buddies Brian and Narinda discussed what to do if either of them got evicted on Friday. Take a look at this.
What are you going to do if I go on Friday? I think you'll die.
I would die. I think I'd want to go the following week.
I think if I did, I'd cry for you.
OK, now just in case Narinda is given the push, we've honoured their special friendship. Here's some of their most magical moments together. Enjoy.
I got flowers in the spring. I got you wear my ring. And when I'm sad, you're a clown. And if I get scared, you're always around. Don't let them say your hair's long, 'cause I don't care. With you I can go wrong. Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain we can't climb.
I love you more than chocolate.
Babe, I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
Hello, hello. Oh, OK, right now, just having a look at the streaming there. Oh, no, we're back. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I think there's only one word for that, and that word is for you. OK, it's emails time. My favourite part of the show, of course, is lookalikes. We've got our 3 emails here, as always. That's the calendar up for grabs. Only one of 10 made. Emma is week 5. Maybe Emma will last to week 5, who knows? We certainly know that she's not nominated this week. Narinda and Paul are. OK, lookalike so far. We've got 3 up. First one looks like Dean. Hello there. Big brother's little brother. This is from Chris Todd, sent in by his flatmate Mark Tyler. OK, let's take a look. Here's Dean. Here's Chris Todd. That is spitting image. That is spitting image. Can we put him on shortlist? Because that is spitting image. I love him. OK, next up, my daughter, this is brilliant as well. Kaina Thomas looks just like Helen, always slouching around in a dressing gown from Martin Lomas. OK, here's Helen, slouching around there in her Elvis top. God, it is, isn't it? Sorry to blaspheme, but it really is. I'm a bit worried, actually, because they're all getting quite good now, and I'm perturbing me a little bit. OK, and lastly, but not leastly, you're going to love this. You're going to love this, Stuart. Don't you agree that our colleague Robert Moore is a dead ringer for Stuart from Bonnie Lincoln? Here's Stu. Here's Robert Moore. It is you, Stu! It is you! Isn't it?
Could be me.
What do you reckon?
Do it again.
It's better than the guy yesterday. Look at the guy down there. Can you pick up that picture there? Yeah, just show that to a camera. That's the guy that came yesterday who just stuck sellotape on his nose. I think that's terrific. Keep them coming in. The calendar's still up for grabs. We'll probably make about 100 of them and give them all away, so don't worry. Big Brother's Little Brother, Studio 1, 3 Mills Studios, 3 Mills Lane, London, E3, 3DU. Now, if you ask anyone exactly what irritates them about the housemates, they'll tell you. Stuart, what irritates you about the housemates?
Emma, I mean, you know, a wind problem. Serious wind.
Has she, though?
But at the dinner table, you know...
She doesn't do it while she's eating?
Yeah, and then she cocks her leg, it's like this. It's like not even discreet, and then she'll go, oh, no, it's like, you know...
She do that when she's lap dancing, do you?
Yeah, I asked her that question. I did ask her that question. I did ask.
And what about you? We could be here all day.
I find Brian quite irritating, actually, generally. I'd hate to be served by him on an aeroplane, that's for sure.
OK, so you know, carbon copies of Brian everywhere out there in aeroplanes, surely.
Yeah, well...
OK, so whether it's Bubbles... No offence to any air watching, by the way.
You bitch.
Big fan of Brian. Bubbles Ali G impressions, whether it's Narinda's hair flicking, whether it's Dean's guitar playing. Amongst that lot, there's plenty to drive you mad. So with that in mind, our talking point today is what irritates you most about the housemate, housemates. What irritates you most about the housemates? Give us a call, 0870 901 9070, 0870 901 9070. What else was there, guys? I mean, you've been watching now, surely, you know, in your official capacity as a Big Brother correspondent for your well-respected paper. What else have you picked up that sort of grates on you? Anything?
I think I'm just waiting for Bubble to get a tan. It's his pale skin. It's really annoying me.
It can't happen. It's alabaster.
It's got to happen.
What about you?
Well, Bubble shaves. Have you ever seen Bubble shaving? Nothing grows here. He's got a little tiny patch here, and that's it. And he shaves in cold water, so he's got spots all here. And he just goes and rips the top off them all. Bleeding, horrible stuff.
And then, I mean...
And then cooks. And then goes and cooks.
No. Don't tell me stuff like that. OK, after the break, keep those coming in. After the break, Bubble takes a tumble. It's not as funny as it sounds, and graphologist Elaine Quigney will be telling us what the housemates' handwriting says about them. But first, this is what the Princess Naz had to say about being nominated before she went into the house.
Because I think people nominate somebody that they're intimidated by or threatened by. Because they're probably maybe going to look and think, well, she could win. Let's get rid of her now.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. I hope everyone's well out there. We're delighted to be joined by Stuart Hoskin and Dominic Moen from The Sun. Hope you're well, guys. Cheers for coming on. News update. Well, if we can have some tense music, please. Thanks, appreciate it. I just want to hear about one more drum roll and I'll tell you. It's going to be coming in a minute. Go on. Thanks. OK, I didn't know it was coming either. I was so worried. Up for eviction today are Narinda and Paul. A big shock there with Paul up for eviction again. Narinda, not too much, I have to say. She hasn't been that popular in our website poll recently. The other big news is last night Bubble fell head over heels, but not in love. You may recall that the guys at the moment are doing the Big Brother task, which is out in the garden dancing. Now they have 10 different styles of dancing that they will have to dance for a minute on, and they have to get a partner. Now last night robotics was called, and Bubble went hell for leather. Take a look at what happened as he ran in to do his robotic dancing.
Bubble, that's you. Go, mate. Oh! My God! Are you okay?
Jesus Christ!
Narinda there, never the mistress of understatement. Just decided to blaspheme that. Actually, do you remember when that guy who plays for Coventry just smashed his knee? That reminded me of that. It was disgusting. And he wasn't wearing his lucky hat. If we can just take another look at that to confirm the no lucky hat situation. There we go. As you can see, Bubble there going A over T and no lucky hat, and Brian there camping it up behind him. Wonderful. Well, in our very best Andy Gray Sky Sports way, I'm not entirely sure I'm allowed to say that, but I have done, so there's not much I can do about it now. We're going to take you through this in slow-mo. There's Bubble here, and I can show you the impact points right there. OK, if we freeze it right there, there's the upper part of the thigh where Bubble's obviously going to have trouble there. If we carry on it going, then he goes... That is a spectacular Colt Seegers type fall. There, once again, he hits the inner part and the lower coccyx right there. And then last but not least, of course, he goes over, potentially damaging his top of his neck there. And lastly, a very Tottenham-style fall in the area, a la David Ginola. We certainly do appreciate that. OK, now, the doctor's been called in today to see if Bubble's OK. So in all seriousness, let's go over to the gallery right now to see what's been going on with Bubble, indeed, and the rest of the... Thank you very much. Almost took your head off. Hi, Helen.
Hi.
How are you? You're right.
Fine, yes.
Excellent stuff. So, Bubble, how's he doing?
Well, he's doing a lot better. He's seen a doctor, and the doctor's advised him to keep his legs strapped up and to keep it raised up, and he's getting medication and strapping, and the doctor says he'll be absolutely fine. It's just a bad muscular bruise.
It looked bad, but was it, were you actually quite worried when it happened?
Obviously, we were concerned when it happened, but actually the doctor says it's not serious and that it will heal itself as long as he doesn't exercise it too much. So he's now exempt from the task, of course.
OK, and tell us about the security alert that's been going on.
Well, yeah, this is very exciting. We have a tennis ball. A tennis ball was thrown over into the wasteland with a message opposite it says Bubble on it, and there's a newspaper article inside.
Really?
Yes, newspaper article.
Can you tell us what it says?
Well, allegedly, it's the allegations about his girlfriend seeing another bloke. So it's not very nice at all. It's not very nice, and at the top it says, "Sorry, Bubble, you had to know." So it's a rather nice kind of nasty poison pen or poison tennis ball.
Security guys are working overtime here, aren't they? I mean,
they're working very, very hard. In fact, this was a dog who retrieved this one. So
really?
yeah, they're on top form.
It's good to see the dog's doing well. Tell us about this tennis tournament the guys have got going on as well.
It's really fizzled out, actually. They had great plans to make it their own Wimbledon, but actually it's gone a bit lacklustre, and they're not really concentrating properly on it.
Okay, thanks. Fair enough. I'll let you get back to your work. Thank you very much, Alan. I certainly appreciate it. Okay, now, we all know that the writing is on the wall for either Paul or Narinda. But what does the housemates' handwriting say about them? We're delighted to be joined by graphologist Elaine Quigley. Hello, Elaine.
Hello there.
Paul, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, now, graphology. Tell us a bit about that.
Graphology is your brain on paper. As your brain works, it sends signals down the muscles, and your individual brain tells your hand what to do, and there it is.
Okay, cool. Now, we've selected 3 types of handwriting from the housemates. Now, we have to stress that you've only ever seen Big Brother once, haven't
That's
you?
right.
So, whatever you take from this, you don't know about the characteristics of the housemates whatsoever.
No.
You simply know about the handwriting themselves. Okay, tell us about this first one.
Okay, writing's upright, showing independence. It's a very straightforward hand. It's got no elaboration on it, but somebody who actually wants to enjoy what they're doing. The line of the left margin moves gradually away towards the left-hand side. It's saying this person puts themselves into the fray to start with, says hello, get themselves known, and then they move back out so that they're able to watch rather than be totally involved. The baseline is quite straight, so they're all right there, but we've got a little point up on the capital M, and when it's on the right-hand side, which is the people side of the page, we're seeing someone who really does like to get affirmation from other people, likes to be liked. Signature, quite light and mobile, stronger than the text in its size, but not in its pressure. So it's somebody who is fairly sensitive, wants to appear very friendly, but gives nothing away. You can't read it.
Interesting.
Okay.
Can you just explain to us, just very briefly, what the left side and the right side
The left side is
mean?
you, the writer, and your beginnings, and the right side is other people in the future.
And in relation to?
Everything. So any emphasis on this side is to do with other people and the communication out there. Anything here is what's coming from your background, what you've grown up with and all the rest of it. And we've got here all these curved strokes like that say, I want to have fun, I want to enjoy life. We know that there's discipline. The curve the other way shows that. And the letters are fairly carefully designed, so that means the person is factual and has got a mind of their own.
Guys, who do you reckon it is? Anyone? D. Narinda. Okay, next up. What does this tell us?
Well, this is quite feminine writing. I don't know whether it's a boy or a girl, but it's feminine writing, but it's rounded, and the circle line dots are always attention seekers. So this person, and it doesn't have to mean anything with its feminine writing, because it just can mean somebody very friendly, somebody bubbly, somebody outgoing, who actually wants to get involved very, very quickly. The lines are close together. We've actually got a person who's good at under the pressure, because it's not tangling, they're just about touching, but it means that even under pressure this person can keep the head and generally come up smiling. We've got straight vertical again, so independent. The margins are a little bit more organised, but of course I think the paper edges are there, so it doesn't necessarily tell me much. The only thing is the signature is very, very different from the text.
It is, isn't it? What does that tell us?
Well, the signature is your face to the world, the text is your everyday behaviour. The signature is very tall, it's saying, I am a personality, however, very strong right slant. As I told you, other people out there, the person wants to be acknowledged, to be seen as someone strong and powerful, but with a bit of a sense of humour, because the writing's quite light.
God, I'm glad I have to take notes on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you reckon, guys? D. Brian, we reckon. Bubble! That is a total curveball. I didn't see Bubble coming there at all. I thought it was going to be Brian. Okay, last one. What does this one tell us?
This one is a more mature hand, somebody who is obviously intelligent, who is used to taking the lead here. Look, we've got the top upper section where the goals are and where the person is giving out information, perhaps organising things, getting the team working.
Okay.
It's quite a strong hand. Doesn't like being questioned, why have you done this? Says, it's my business. We've got a very wide spacing between the words and the lines, very powerful signature. Says, I'm here and my ideas are very important.
Thank you very much, Elaine. Very briefly, guys. Stuart. You better believe it. Hey, there we go. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, our talking point today, ladies and gentlemen. What irritates you about the housemates? Like to be joined by Stuart and Dominic there. Should have Ruth on the line. Hello, Ruth.
Hi there.
How you doing?
Fine.
Ruth, what's irritating you about the housemates?
Josh is really irritating me right now.
Why? I thought Josh would be right up your street. He's got a nice body. He's showing a bit of flesh for you.
Oh, no, it's nothing to do with that. It's just the way he's on about his money all the time. It's like he's boasting about it.
Oh, you think he's materialistic? Did you get that, Stu?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Bubble was pushing him on that, like, how much does that cost? How much does that cost? £2.5 grand for a pair of trousers? £1,600 for a pair of boots, materialistic. But nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, you could see that when he walked in. He had his designer shades on, and he made a real entrance, didn't he? This is the man who walks out in a Gucci jumper, so...
Yeah, and £6 shades.
Did you champion Josh or Natasha, or you know, out of the three that got...
Well, we were hoping Natasha, because obviously she was a very good-looking girl, and we thought we could dig up some nice modelling pictures of her, but we were very surprised it was Josh, in fact, because he was the last one we thought would get him, but it was pretty unanimous.
OK, cool. Thank you very much, Ruth. Eileen should be on the line. Hi, Eileen.
Hi there.
Go for it. What irritates you about the housemates?
Dean irritates me because he's so boring, and he's been boring since he came into the house.
Do you think he's boring, or do you think he's chilled out, or do you think it's both?
I just think he's totally boring.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you not like his guitar playing?
He's quite a good guitar player.
OK, cool.
His Tai Chi also annoys me.
I think he's pretty witty, actually.
Sorry?
It's very dry, isn't it?
Very funny. Good one-liners.
Oh, she doesn't agree with you. Thank you very much, Eileen. OK, Ben from Coventry. Hello, Ben.
Hi, Dermot. Hi, Stuart.
Hi.
How are you both?
Say hello to Dominic
Good.
as well.
Hello.
Hi. Dominic, who's Dominic?
Mirror reader.
Go for it. What irritates you about the housemates?
Yeah, I'm phoning up about Amma, actually. She winds me up a bit because she's really two-faced with Helen about Narinda, and she also seems to act differently depending on who she's talking to. I just reckon that she's out to cause trouble, and she'll do anything to win.
Did you pick that up at all?
Yeah, I did pick that up. I mean, obviously from where I went.
I was surprised she nominated you, you know, because I genuinely thought in that first week, you know, your group, as it were, was Elizabeth and Amma.
I think it came from the Black Magic game. You know, I got that Black Magic quite quickly. I'm not boasting about it, but the girls were like gutted, and I was strutting around, you know, like being smug because that's what they said about me. And it was like, I got it, you haven't got it, you know. So I think that helped.
OK, we've got loads of emails, guys. If you'd like to go for it.
Yeah, I've got Paul in Kings Lynn saying, I've noticed that Paul scratches his genital... I think it must be genital area. Too many times.
Genital area.
Has he an infestation? Strange word.
Maybe that's why he did get nominated.
OK, Elizabeth and Dean are in danger of getting splinters in their backsides if they sit on the fence any longer. Cheers, Sarah.
Lucy Carr from London, the way Bubble uses his sensitive side, which is slightly exaggerated to gain the girls' affections. Bubble should just stop it. OK, guys, talking point tomorrow already is conspiracy theories. Already email in for tomorrow, please, littlebrother@e4.com. Conspiracy theories only got about 20 seconds, but have you got any, Dom?
Josh being a plant seems to be quite a regular fixture from what we're hearing.
Yeah, I got that because of just the stuff he brought into the house. You know, volleyball, cigarettes, booze.
Guys, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure joining you. It's been a packed show. Littlebrother@e4.com. Any comments about conspiracy theories? Thank you very much to Elaine. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.
Dermot's back tomorrow at 7. Brand new and only on E4, the second series of The West Wing continues tonight at 9 as Josh's life hangs in the balance. But up next, Suze is thinking of chucking it all in, permanently, in As If.